What's happening, MJ traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Saturday, June 15th. Hope you're doing awesome. And in this video, we're going to do another rapid fire news update for the period June 8th to the 14th. And again, it's not to go into deep dive details or anything like that. It's just a high level overview of all of the pertinent information that transpired over the last week, in case you missed it. And then if you want to dive into it more, you can feel free to do so on your own time. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me and the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I am not a financial advisor. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my social media platform of choice going forward. And just in case we ever get shut off here on YouTube, you can follow us over there to maintain constant communication. And we're also on Rumble and Odyssey as well. C21 closes acquisition of MJ Dispensary in Reno, Nevada. I believe that's how you pronounce it. We also had GOP congressman predicts Florida voters will approve MJ legalization, but doubts Congress will advance MJ banking by November. And I believe Don Murphy said that, he believes that MJ banking could happen in a lame duck session toward the end of 2024 after the election, early 2025. But we know that Fox News came out with a poll saying that about 66% of respondents, during that poll, it said, if the vote were today, would you vote in favor of adult use legalization for 21 and older? And 66% said yes. So I think it's pretty much a done deal. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that that's not going to get approved. I'm putting it at like an 80 to 90% chance that it's going to get approved. Let me know in the comments section below what you think about that. AYR Wellness also secured a $30 million real estate financing for Florida cultivation facility. And that was a financing agreement with Maryland-based Innovative Industrial Properties, Inc., so IIPR. Moving on, we had some news about Raw as well, how it could see a potential IPO. So the company that has the rolling papers, we could potentially see them on the public markets. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that as well. Also, Germany sets THC limits for drivers, but opposition groups says it's too high. And we know Germany's set to fast track Pillar 2, which is for profit, and the second phase of adult use legalization. That's going to be massive. Germany's a massive market, the biggest in Europe, and double the size of Canada. And it's just going to be that domino that continues to fall. And we should expect more and more states, more and more countries. And it's just game theory playing out, right? Once one goes, they all go. And we're seeing way more than one. We're seeing momentum building across the globe. And remember, this is only ever going to happen once, folks. Also, NFL was sued by a player who was fined over $500,000 for positive THC tests caused by prescribed MJ medication. And we know that a lot of sports associations are starting to warm up to this as well. So, we've seen the NBA be very progressive in that front as well. So they're kind of leading the charge, and we're starting to see other leagues follow suit. Also, Slovenia voters okay non-binding medical personal cannabis cultivation use. So again, game theory continues to play out as we see more and more countries. Big win for Florida as the Florida hemp industry as governor vetoes proposed ban. So Ron DeClown continues his he's just all over the place, right? He's opposed to adult use legalization, but wants to veto the hemp. It's just so weird to see this, but more information about him later on in the video, I believe. Also, California senators approved bill to legalize MJ cafes where people could smoke, eat food, and watch events such as concerts. So this is going to be a big thing in my opinion, and we're starting to see more and more platforms as well that are tracking these cafes and lounges. So I think this is, this is definitely on my bucket list. I can't wait to hit one of these up, whether it be like a Planet 13 or, somewhere in Colorado. I think they have a party bus as well. So that's something that I want to add to my bucket list. So some news from Tilray: embrace the spirit of summer and create shareable moments with Good Supply MJ. So we're starting to see them trying to regain some market share in some categories that they've been dropping in. But brand new multi-pack pre-rolls. We got Twisted Vapes and juice-infused pre-rolls and Monster-infused pre-rolls as well. So Ron DeClown, this is what I was just talking about, claims Florida MJ legalization ballot measure will let people bring 20 joints to an elementary school. Like I can't even get through this with a serious face and without laughing, because this guy just look at his face. He's such a clown, like the biggest clown. Oh man, this guy probably teaches clown school now. This probably the dumbest comment that I've ever heard out of anybody's mouth ever. This guy is just you can't even take him seriously anymore. You just got to move on with that nonsense. Also, Chuck Schumer asks whether Democrats should make MJ a priority ahead of a November elections. I would say, does it bear shit in the woods? Absolutely, you should. Massive way to gain voter support. So, yeah, does it bear shit in the woods? I think so. Also, MJ Biz Daily, Canadian MJ edibles maker Indiva enters creditor protection. Another one bites the dust. Pretty funny. We were talking about this in the, well, not funny, not, heart goes out to those that are affected by this, employees, not good to see any company or any kind of creditor protection, bankruptcy proceedings or anything like that in any industry. But it was kind of comical at the fact and ironic at the fact that I mentioned they were behind the No Future gummies. And I forget, I think it was Andy in the POW Group community said, how ironic, right? So kind of funny that try to have a laugh out of a poor situation, but yeah, kind of funny that their future is uncertain and they were behind the No Future gummies. So, which I really like. I bought a lot of them. Actually, I've been buying tons, but we'll see whether or not SNDL can come in with a stalking horse bid and acquire some of their assets. But as I said, heart goes out to those that were affected by this. Also, High Tide reports second quarter 2024 financial results featuring record free cash flow of $9.4 million and positive net income. And I did a video on this going over their earnings, so if you haven't seen that, you can check it out. They also mentioned that they executed a binding subscription agreement for $15 million in subordinate debt. And if we go down to the financing details, you can see here it was 230,760 common shares at a deemed price of $3.47 per common share, and that's Canadian, so it was a little bit lower than the current share price. So we did see a pretty big, not a big drop when that news came out, but we did see a pretty big drop after their earnings. We were down, I think, like 10 or 12% after their earnings, but the whole sector was down, and the broader market was down, the S&P 500 as well. So I think it was just a little bit of an overreaction. Also, if you remember the, heart goes out to this person's family as well. The worker at Trulieve, the person's whose life was claimed way too early. Trulieve was fined $350,000 over that Massachusetts MJ's worker's death. So again, heart goes out to the family, but not a good look for Trulieve at all. Again, I wish nothing but success for those investing in Trulieve, but a lot of sketchy things going on here, and we had the CFO wrongly expensed like almost $500,000 of expenses and like a RICO case against the CEO's husband. So I don't know. I'd just be very, very cautious. My gut feeling doesn't tell me, doesn't steer me wrong very often. And I just had a weird gut feeling when it came to Trulieve. But obviously, they could potentially be one of the biggest beneficiaries of Florida, right? They have the biggest footprint there. So, like I said, I don't wish anything bad on Trulieve. I'd just be very, very cautious, right? There's a lot of red flags there. So just my own thoughts and opinions, not telling you to buy, sell, or hold or anything like that. Everybody needs to make their own decision, but I'm saying my gut's usually right. And in this instance, it definitely, it definitely has some weird vibes going on. So I digress. New Hampshire medical MJ expansion bills head to governor's desk as recreational legalization measure fails again. So not a huge market anyway. There's not a whole lot of MSOs or companies that would benefit from New Hampshire, but it would have been the 25th state and half of the U.S. So unfortunately, it is what it is, and eventually we'll get there. So not a big deal, and we'll move on. We just one foot in front of the other, and we continue to step forward. Congressional committee strips MJ banking protections from key spending bill as it fails again. So this has been the biggest, letdown for the sector, right? We know that it's just again and again and again, and we'll just expect nothing to happen until it happens, right? And if it happens, great. Then we get the Wall Street banks positioned, and then it's probably up and to the right after that, right? Because once the JP Morgan, so Morgan Stacks, the what other one did I forget? BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. Once those are all positioned, then we can expect massive upside, right? To release the shackles on the sector. So IIPR also declares second quarter 2024 dividends, another shining star in the industry. In a troubled sector, High Tide continues to be in a shining star as well in a weekly uptrend. So very strong relative strength compared to the rest of the sector. Also, youth MJ use in Colorado continues to decline since legalization took effect, contradicting prohibitionist fears. And Ron DeClown, What is this about bring 20 joints to an elementary school? And marijuana use in Colorado continues to decline with the youth since legalization. That guy could not be more dumb. Like, he's obviously just protecting the incumbents, the big pharmas, the big alcohol, the big tobaccos. But if you can get nothing else out of his ridiculous comments, it's entertaining to say the least. But that guy's looking more and more dumb as time goes on, and I question what other drug he's smoking on the Schedule 1 list. It definitely is an MJ. All right, going in it there. Go Oilers, go. Hopefully we can get our first win and not go golfing tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a sad day for Canada if we can't get the W tonight. So go Oilers, go. My brother and his wife were at the Blue Jays game today, and I saw they won 5-0, so good on them. Let's see if we can get the win, get back into the win column and keep that train going. All right, hope you enjoyed the video here, and let me know your thoughts and opinions, what you think of this news. We'll continue the comment section in the comment section below, but enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next one. Oh, I almost forgot. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. It'll be my first Father's Day as a brand new father, so looking forward to it. All right, take care. Love each and every one of you, and we'll see you again on the next one.